That'd be beautiful.
You gotta understand how serious the situation is. That's well down for
Hell yeah.
when we have confidence and faith that how about you outside, you got to be able to catch around and protect that. You know? So we try to be peaceful with all men as possible, but hey, sometimes you just got to tell somebody to leave, man, just leave. Leave here.
Resist the devil. That was just a two-time loser. You know, he's losing in his own kingdom.
It look like we're winning. We ain't got shit up here, but it look like we're winning.
And he probably used to have something, and maybe Vegas just broke his ass down.
Drugs or whatever. Lost himself.
He could probably used to be a lawyer or something like that, you know. Yeah.
Brought many men in the room.
Instead of committing suicide, he chose to thug it out. Yeah, man. But hey, that's another example to show that this man's his kingdom is on his way out. Esau is done, man. We live in the seat of the fall of our enemies. You know, this is why these nationalists, these patriotic Edomites, they want everything to go back to the way it was. You know, they want to go back to the good old days, the glory days of Babylon. Like today, I think outside of the Capitol, you had a nationalist group. They was marching with masks on today. With masks and gloves and shit like
and
that.
Motherfuckers had khakis on and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically they saying we need our old America back.
Yeah.
You ain't getting this back, man. The Lord already said we will heal Babylon, but she is not healed. There's nothing you can do for this war, man. That's it. You didn't have your time, man. You know?
You can see that's the start of Isaiah 19 when it gets into the Lord's going to have Egyptian fight against Egyptian. So the Lord is building up that spirit between, the left and the right, man. The far left, Democrats, far right, conservatives, Republicans.
Yes, it is.
So the Lord is bringing that spirit, vision, making division in His kingdom. They're going to fight against each other, man. So it's a beautiful thing that the Lord is bringing down this place, Babylon, man.
Yeah, I found an article, right? It's from Newsweek. It says, hundreds of white supremacists march on Capitol with shields, battle drums. It says videos posted to social media show hundreds of members of white supremacist group Patriot Front marched to the United States Capitol carrying shields and battle drums on Saturday. At least 150 members of the far-right group wearing masks to conceal their identity were seen marching along the National Mall in downtown Washington, D.C.
That's smart.
Hey, where's the NFA? What's that shit called?
The NRA. Not fucking around.
Where are they at when you need them, right?
Because if they don't wear their mask, man, people go in and zoom in and get them fired.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of these white supremacists, they're all police officers.
Hell yeah.
They're lawyers. These are guys that work for the government too. They're upset with their leaders, man, with the direction that these leaders are taking Babylon in. So they see the downfall. So now they're upset. Now they're gonna rise up in arms. That's what it's gonna lead to.
It says, videos posted to Twitter showed them carrying American flags and holding signs that read, "Reclaim America." The march comes as experts warn about the rise of white supremacist groups and sentiment in the United States. According to a study from the ADL published in March, there were a 38% increase in white supremacist activity from 2021 to 2022, with more than 6,700 incidents reported throughout the year.
These Edomites, they're blaming their government, but they're also blaming the tribes. They're blaming all the northern kingdom for coming up to the southern border.
You BLM niggas.
They're blaming niggas for looting, and destroying communities and crime rates. So they got their eye on Jacob and their government. That's what's it's going to lead to that second Ezra. I think it's 15.
That's what it's looking like. And then with those conservative states that's passing laws that are, you know, combating the liberal side.
Yeah.
And they like Florida, Texas, the Bible Belt states.
They're all against the transgender
They're
shit.
against the trans shit.
And
They're against the abortion and pro-life and all that.
but
stuff.
they're a lot of pro-gun states too.
Exactly.
So you know, it's it's going to be a clash. It's going to be it's obviously a divide. You know, between certain states and.
They're anti-lockdowns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know? They're not enforcing the whole draft thing.
Yeah.
So these states are divided. This fucking place is united.
Somebody could get Matthew 12 and 25.
Mark, you said, what was that? Mark 3 and 25?
Mark 3, 24,
Yeah.
25.
24, 25.
Matter of fact, somebody can get that in the NLT. Because I mean, even the Lord warned that there was going to be wars, rumors of wars. Nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. And then you got kingdoms divided amongst each other. You know, war amongst your own kingdoms. You know, and these other nations, they're actually seeing that. With all of the division and the clashing, and y'all can't decide, and just it looked like things are not going well for you. Hey, that's part of this nation's kingdom. It's like the kingdom being the skirts being lifted up.
Yeah.
The nation, the kingdom seeing God's shame.
And as these nations, as America seem to be divided, these nations are coming together.
Yep.
You know, within themselves and with other countries.
Yeah.
It's Mark 3 and starting at 24 in the NLT. A kingdom divided by civil war will collapse.
A kingdom divided by civil war will collapse.
That's what it's looking like.
That's what it's looking like that.
They're building it up.
Yeah. This whole, like the brother mentioned about the migration crisis. You know, they looked at Title 42, and now it seemed like, you know, they feel like, oh, our country is getting ready to be invaded by illegals and drug cartels and traffickers and shit like that.
Good.
So you already know with Esau's mindset, he's getting locked and loaded, man. He buying up. He already been buying up all the ammunition and the weapons.
It's really about that. It's really about the ammo. Jake think you ain't got. Esau buys like 10,000 rounds and shit. They make their own shit. You know, and they go to a lot of these gun shows where there's no limit on the ammunition you could buy. And they buy all that shit up because niggas think they got guns. Well, nigga, you got maybe 100 rounds.
Right.
Esau got thousands of rounds. You know?
A quick precept. It's Luke 12. Verse 51. This is Yahweh Shah speaking. He says, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you nay, but rather division. All right, and as long as the wicked is ruling, right, the Lord said there is no peace unto the wicked. It's division on every level, from you know, small, you know, within the families, all the way up to these nations being against each other. It's division on all aspects.
Conservative versus liberal.
Yeah.
Democrat versus Republican. You know,
Man versus woman.
man versus woman.
Righteous versus wicked.
Trans versus. You know,
Street versus
yeah.
the G.
The question mark.
Question. The mo.
Yeah, them. They.
They. How many? They? One day? Many days.
So scriptural success can two walk together unless they agree. You know, so there's gonna be no agreeing in this place. You know, everybody has their own thought, their own way of seeing of how things should be. You know, it's all just everybody hates each other in this place. It's all just full of hate. You know, the love of many is waxing cold. People are waxing colder and colder every day, man.
Man,
Killing each other for the minimal, the littlest shit.
You see it, man.
Because spark somebody to fucking shoot you, man.
Yeah.
You knock on the wrong door. Motherfucker, eat 'em might shoot.
Kids playing hide and seek. get shot.
Get shot.
You hop in the wrong Uber, get shot. A homeless man on the train, get choked out, choked to death. And these are the things that make the news. What about the shit where the nigga that gets shot or the kid that gets shot on some bullshit that don't make the news? That's in a small rural town or something, you know?
Yeah, it's still Jake being lynched to this day.
Yeah.
They don't show that on the...
Hell no.
Yeah, a couple years back, we had an incident where at a Walmart, they found a Jake lynched in the back of the Walmart.
Yeah. I remember in Chicago, they found a nigga, he was hung on a tree over by like the Lake Michigan, I think. Yeah.
Well, you might have.
One day we can make the hard Confederate shelter.
Mass shootings are increasing. You know, a mass you barely get done speaking about a mass shooting when the next one already happened.
Right.
You can't even keep up.
And they said they were, I think they had 30 so, 40, crazy.
They got more than that, bro. They don't consider a drive-by shooting in Jake neighborhood when 7 niggas get shot on the weekend a mass shooting, or a party gets shot up is a mass shooting. You got to be some Edomites, a crazy nigga that or Edomite that had anti-J views or anti-government views.
Yeah, he has to have a political affiliation.
Right.
He follows a certain ideology, an extreme, ideology or whatever, and that's the narrative.
That's the criteria.
That's
okay.
the criteria for a mass shooter.
Yeah, he's a mass shooter. Yeah.
Yeah. You go into a gay bar or something like that.
Yeah.
A church. That's a mass shooter.
I want to see how many people it says.
2 Ezra 4:28 says, "But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee, that the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down," what's sown? Wickedness, right? Right now, all the righteous ways are turned upside down. So really, it has to get turned right side up. It says, "If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away," what is that place? America. "Then cannot it come that is sown with good." So in order for the kingdom to come, this place got to go. This wicked, decrepit society has to go. And this place that's polluting the rest of the earth. Because all the nations, they want to be just like America.
It's like when you think about it, when America gets destroyed, the earth is going to be refreshed. It's going to be rejuvenated, renewed, new heaven and new earth. So America has been that cancer to the earth. You know? And it tells you about the great whore, abominations of the earth. Mother of all harlots, abominations of the earth, man. So yeah, it makes sense to get this place up out of here. Yep.
Verse 30, "For the grain of evil seed hath been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning, and how much ungodliness hath it brought up unto this time." So from the time of Adam all the way to the days of Ezra, look at how much wickedness has increased. Then it says, "And how much shall it yet bring forth until the time of crushing come?" So from the time of after Ezra all the way to the destruction, evil is just increasing more and more. So ultimately, the Heavenly Father is going to put an end to all of it.
A lot of that wickedness started with the Greeks, right? When it goes into First Maccabees, when Alexander came into power. You see, he had 4 generals, and those generals put crowns on their sons. Yeah.
That's true, because I was going to bring up some Greek food after that.
Yeah.
Which is really increasing the earth.
Exactly.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 1, "And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Shittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece." So this is secular history.
Right.
According to the Bible. "And made many wars
and one many strongholds is